Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I'm going to give you guys an example and talk about the class rebalancing that Blizzard tries to put on us. And it's not class balancing, it's class rebalancing. The idea that classes kind of take their turns being pretty good is usually what we see in the development process as cards come out. You know, we see, for instance, in the Main Streets of Garrison expansion that we just experienced, Priest was really bad, so they gave Priest some really, really good cards that have no chance of not seeing play. And usually these cards are not synergistic or combo driven, and even when they are good enough on their own that they generally kind of really break and ruin a lot of the playstyles in Arena. And I have a little bit of a problem with that, as you can imagine. So, you know, as we are talking about Priest, I can mention, you know, the Draconoid Operative is a pretty good card. Even if you don't have a dragon, it is actually a pretty good card. 5 mana, 5/6 is good stats. Obviously, you would not put 5 or 5/6. Maybe you would if it was a dragon in some decks, but generally Constructed is a little bit more competitive than that. But better than drawing a card from your own deck, you discover a card from your opponent's deck. So it's 5 mana, 5/6 dragon, and Priest's already playing Dragon Priest, and it's better than draw a card. Like, how is that card fair? It's not. You know, Blizzard really just pushes really unfair cards in classes that haven't seen much competitive play lately. And, you know, we see this in a lot of different cards. And the example I want to show you, it's an arena game where I had a very typical superpower shaman deck where I have, you know, Tunnel Trog and all the broken overload cards. And yeah, I mean, it felt okay to play that. I was like, hey, cool, a good shaman deck. I was excited that it was a good shaman deck, but really am not that excited that I'm playing the same constructed cards that are just standalone, really freaking busted, right? And the match I want to show you guys is basically I just queued up against another shaman player, and he was doing exactly the same thing. The reason this is a bit of a concern, and I really came to realize this, is there's been a lot of talk about Arena potentially, and very likely because they have said it publicly now, being the standard format in the future, and I feel this problem will be much more significant if Arena becomes standard. If Arena becomes standard, the newest set is going to have an even larger impact than it does today. And usually what they do with the class rebalancing is they give classes that haven't seen much play some really busted standalone cards. So basically doing well in Arena, a large portion of that, a large measure of that is just going to be, will you play these classes that recently got super buffed, and how many of those stupidly broken cards are you going to draft in your deck? And that's mostly it. So, it feels a little bit one-dimensional. I've talked about the future of Arena, that, you know, it's all about the details. All these models work if they account for a lot of the small problems. And this is a small problem I hope they don't really overlook. You know, I agree that it would be interesting if we could actually draft some synergy-driven decks in Arena. I really like the spell minion balance that they talked about. But this is another issue that really can't be ignored if we're going to have a perfect Arena environment. So let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed the clip, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I think I'm just gonna go for 1-drops, honestly. I think it's that dumb. Yeah. Okay. It's probably a pass then. Fine. I'm going first. Let's just push the advantage. It's weaker against the board. Clear Forked Lightning. Wows. It's on 2 mana. Fine. can only kill this with a high roll crackle. So, okay, I guess. Yeah, a higher number of minions gives me a lot better draw potential here. The most legendaries I've had in an arena deck was technically 7. It was Prince Malchezaar and another legendary. The most I've had without Prince Malchezaar is 3. The most I've seen is 4. Wow, he has Hex and Stormcraft. Well, that's very unfortunate, sadly. The only deck I've seen with 4, I mean, I've seen a few on Reddit with like 4, maybe even 5. But Chanman drafted a Warlock with 4 legendaries very early on in Hearthstone. He only got like 3 wins though, which was really sad.
Your magic shall not save.
Dude, what the fuck is this deck? 2/4 mana 7/7s, Hex removal, and Tunnel Trog so far. Holy crap. I played the Worgen because it's very oppressive over smaller minions. Yeah, I wanted to play some Star Wars tonight, but I didn't realize maintenance was so early. Wow. I'm not so sure I'd kill anything if it was him. I think just doing nothing might be better. If he has a board clear in his deck, I definitely would not kill that. So I guess it's telling if he doesn't. So he probably does not have a board clear. Okay. I really want to play that. Alright. So I guess the Worgen was effective. Well, it's certainly effective on that. Got the taunt. Another Tunnel Trog. Dude, this guy's deck is unreal. Can I get a totem? Nope, still no spell damage totem the whole game. Okay. Okay.
Die, mage.
Well, these will gain power here.
Die, mage.
No, it doesn't matter. Did I miss lethal? I had to waste 1, 2. No. It was 1 off. Oh, the Trog buff. Okay, I missed lethal.
I enjoy raiding.
Trog buff 2. Yeah. Alright. I really do think that guy's deck was far better than mine.